Hello everyone, welcome back. Right, this is CY once again. For the past few days, I have been doing unboxing of the new espresso machine from Gemilai and the same manufacturer of the DF64 for this weight dosing grinder. The model is called RF64W. Right, so this is a weight dosing espresso grinder, right? It is very similar in its shape and build as compared to the Eureka Minion Specialita, right? As you can see, my Eureka Minion is actually at the side, and by comparison, you can see the difference in size, right? So this is definitely a commercial grade coffee grinder versus this is probably a home use one. Of course, the RF64W comes with a 64 flat burr, right? Itamil flat burr grinder, right? Currently the burr is actually a stainless steel one, right? The same thing for the Eureka Minion. I believe that the burr size is actually 54 or 55 mm. Same thing is a flat burr, but this is actually a time dosing whereby you can set the time, right? But every time you dose, you probably have to do a bit of micro adjustment, right? Because the time dosing is not as accurate as the weight dosing, right? So as you can see, this is the setup currently I have, and this espresso machine from Gemilai is actually 3113A, right? This espresso machine will cost around Singapore dollar about 2005, and this coffee grinder will cost around 1002, right? So that is the kind of a price range for the setup here, right? I have tested yesterday. It is an extremely powerful grinder. It grinds super fluffy, and right now I'm going to switch on the Gemilai espresso machine, right? It is now cold, right? Everything is cold, so I'm going to show you how fast it is ready from cold start. So right now I'm going to switch on the power, right? Same thing for the grinder, right? The switch for the espresso machine is actually found on the bottom right, right? It's a pretty large switch. If your finger move over there, you definitely can feel the switch over there, right? As for the RF64W, right, you have to press the power button, which is the center button here, right? Maybe let me bring you closer, right? Right, this is actually the power button, so I just press it and you'll switch on, right? And it displays quite a lot of information here. So currently I'm on a single dose. I can switch to a double, right, which I preset it at 18 gram. So let's see how it goes. So right now, right, you can see I have just switched on and the temperature is already reaching 60 degrees Celsius. It gets ready in about 5 minutes, right? The espresso machine gets ready in about 5 minutes. So this is an extremely fast and powerful espresso machine, right? Later on, I'm going to run through all the features of this machine in more details, right? Hope you can understand this particular machine from Gemilai, right? As I mentioned in my previous video, right, this machine comes with a triple boiler, right? And it will try to, the function of the third boiler is actually to ensure that the temperature of the first two boilers is always maintained in a consistent way, so there will not be any fluctuation in the temperature when you pull shots after shots of espresso, right? So this is achieved by having a third boiler supporting the two boilers there, right? So currently it's reaching about 83 degrees Celsius, so in about a minute or so it will be ready for use. And I'm also going to show you the hot water and the steam one, right? Yesterday I didn't really get the chance to show you, right? So today I'm going to use a bottomless bottle filter, right, to try to pull shots. Of course, I'm going to use the grinder from the RF64W, right, and run a naked bottomless shot on the Gemilai 3113A, right, 3113A. Right, so now it's already at 91 degrees Celsius. Of course, this machine is PID, right? You can actually adjust the PID temperature. So if you want the brew temperature to be set at 93, right, you can adjust it on the menu on top, right? And this machine also comes with you can also set the amount of seconds for pre-infusion, right? You can set it to 0 or you can set it to as long as I believe is 30 seconds. This is yet to be verified. I can test it, right? And the button on in front, there are 3 buttons here, right? The traditional E61 machine, you know, compared to my quick mill, has a lever, right? This is all activated by button. So this is sort of a more modernized design, right? Of course, this is a single shot, double shot, and this is the manual button, right? So right now you can see, right, the steam pressure is not up yet, so we'll wait for the steam pressure to go up, right? The working steam pressure is actually between 1 to 1.5 bar, right? So currently the steam pressure should be going up very soon. So once we achieve that, we will start heat up my polyfilter, right? Grind the beans and let's pour shots. And now you can see in about 5 to 6 minutes, right? Let me bring you closer. Right, you can see that the steam pressure is really up to about 1 to 1.5 bar. So you can see that this is within the working steam pressure. Right, of course this is the brew pressure. Right, this will only start when you pour shots. Right, and let's warm up the bottomless polyfilter and let's pour shots. Right, and of course I have a new gadgets, right? Of course, the pressure temper, right, whereby you always achieve the same pressure as you temp, right? This is very heavy, right, and it works by pushing, right, and you can see that it's calibrated, right? So the pressure is always the same, and this is actually another things, right, which I am actually aimed to design, but you know what? This is already available, so I don't think I will need to design this anymore. I'll just import this and try to sell it on Amazon if I can, right? So let me show you what it is. This is something that can turn, right? So you can see this is actually a distributor. You actually not really a distributor, it's actually a fluffinator, right? A more professional design of fluffinator, right? And you can see that the needles are not equally spaced out. It's actually spaced out in a sort of a random manner, right? And what's the best thing is, right, you can see that there's actually a rubber around it, so you can actually spin this thing, right? And as you can see, as I spin, right, the needle is actually turning, right? And at the same time, you know, sometimes when you put this inside a portafilter filled with coffee ground, right, there will always be tiny kind of a coffee powder stuck onto the needle, right? And you can look at this. This is actually a brush, right? So if you put this inside and you spin it, and it will clean the needle for you. So I don't think I need to design anymore, right? Because this is already a very awesome design, right? So right now let's lock up the polyfilter and right, let's pour shots. There is actually this tray that you can actually raise up the height. Currently, I've set the pre-infusion timing to about 8 seconds. Right. Okay, so now the polyfilter has been warmed up. Okay, let me dry the polyfilter. Alright, so I will not dose 18 gram because when I try to dose 18 gram, it actually overflow by a bit. So I'm going to dose about 17.5 gram. Right, so right, so I have already dosed 17.5, and now let's try to dose. Let me bring you closer. Right, can you see the coffee ground? Right, it's so fluffy, right? This is definitely really different from other grinder that I've used at the moment, right? I think all the home use grinder cannot be compared to this, right? Right, oops, I spilled a little bit of coffee ground. Okay, let me get my note box here. Right, and I'm going to put this, technically speaking, I don't really need this fluffinator, right? But I'm just going to try it anyway. Right, and you just have to lock it back and spin so that it's clean, right? Right, and I'm just going to use my calibrated temper, right, and to do a tamping, right, and you can see, right, this is actually quite nicely tamped. Right, so let's try to pour shots. Right, I'm not going to measure the weight of the mass of the liquid that's coming out. I'm just going to show you the quality of the shots. Right, so let me bring you closer. Right, so now I'm going to pull a double shot. So it will start the 8-second pre-infusion. And you can also hear how quiet the pump is. This is actually the rotary pump, not the vibrational pump. Right, for this shot it looks pretty okay. Right, and today I'm going to make a latte, right, so I will not be tasting the espresso shot. I've tasted it on the day I do the demonstration. Right, so let's see how powerful the steam is. Right, so let me take down the tray. Right, first of all, you look at the shot quality. Right, it's looks pretty amazing. Right, let's put this aside. And okay, the steam, of course, before you use the steam wand, you have to purge. And because this is a very powerful steam wand, normally when you purge, I'll put a piece of cloth outside so that the water will not be sprayed everywhere because it's too powerful, right? Okay, now the condensed water has been purged. I'm going to show you how powerful the steam is. Can you see that? Right, that's how powerful the steam is. Right. Okay, so now I'm going to steam the milk. Right, I try to give you the angle, but okay, let me try. And it's ready, right? So again, I'll wipe, and of course I'll purge. Right, so you can see that's how powerful the steam one is. Right, so right now, okay, let me try to see whether steam is good enough to pull a latte art. Right, if I can't, right, please pardon me, I'll try again very soon. Right, but the milk quality looks pretty okay. Right, so let's see. Okay, it's not the best, but well, so this is the first latte that I made officially on the Gemilai 3113A. right? So now you can have an overview of the usage of the machine and how powerful all the features are, right? There are actually more hidden features which I'll actually show you later on, right? There's quite not many machines that can actually perform so many things in one, right? For example, the triple boiler, right? I don't think I've heard of a triple boiler. And also you can actually adjust the flow rate, right? This one, okay, doesn't have a pedal, right, to adjust the flow rate as compared to the Bianca and my quick meal flow control unit, right? But the flow control is actually adjusted right on top of the drip tray. I mean, not the drip tray, the cup warming tray, right? That control I will show every one of you later on, right? So this is CY, right? Thank you for joining me today, right? The video is going to be a not very long one. I hope you enjoy my video so far, and if you are first time joining my channel, right, thank you for joining us, right? Again, I'm CY, right? My channel is all about having fun making coffee, and if you do like what the content I'm sharing with everyone, right? I'm not a professional, I'm just a end user trying to share my experience. Yes, I do sell this machine, but I'm also learning the same as you, right? So if I make any mistakes, please pardon me, right? Also, if you have any comment, you can write down in the comment section down below, right? So do remember to like and subscribe to my channel, right? Like my videos, and also ring the bell if you want to stay updated on all my future video release. And of course, if you find that the video is not to your liking, right, please do not click on the dislike button. Otherwise, you know, YouTube will not really share my videos to those who are actually interested in my content, right? So thank you so much. This is CY. I will see you very soon, and have a great day.